Hello, in this video we are going to discuss two kind of decorative weave. The first one is slack tension weave, the second one woven double weave. So let's begin. Slack tension weave, as the name suggests, it involves the variation in the tension on the warp. So this slack tension weave is a part of family of weaves that rely on a variation in tension between top and bottom sheds to produce design effects on the surface of fabrics. So by employing the variation in the tension on the warp shed, which is different for top shed and the bottom, and that is used to give the different design effects. So basically, or you can say broadly speaking, there are two fundamental examples for this slack tension weave. One is seersucker fabric and the other one is terry and pile fabric. In my previous video we have studied about terry and pile fabric that also falls in the category of slack tension weave because the loops what we are producing in the pile fabrics are because of the slackness in the tension which is provided on the warp threads used to make the pile loops. However, there are another different other category of fabrics which can be produced by differential variation in the warp threads. Now here you see the images of seersucker fabric. Now here you see let's say in this image you see this kind of thread, these sets of threads are under lesser tension. So because when the reed pushes the weft, the loosely warp thread get relaxed and make a pucker kind of effects. So here also you see the seersucker fabric. This particular design is widely used in thin shirting fabric which is used for spring season. Here you also see the kind of band effects we can produce on by using the slack tension weave. So as mentioned that seersucker is a thin and puckered fabric. Puckered means when the warp thread get relaxed, they produced a sort of puckered effect. And this seersucker fabric is used to make clothing for spring. Due to its specific structure, this fabric is held away from the skin when worn, means all the fabric surface won't be in contact with the skin because of the puckering effect. So this facilitate heat dissipation and the air circulation, which is very good for the human being. Now this seersucker is produced by slack tension weaving using two warp beam. Unless in normal fabric in which there is one series of warp thread and one series of weft threads, here you are using two warp beam. Because of this two warp beam, seersucker fabric cannot be woven on conventional weaving machine. Additional twin beam arrangement is required to produce such kind of fabric. So in slack tension weave, two warp beams are used and the yarns on one beam are held at regular tension and those on the other beam are held at slack tension. So after shed formation, the filling is inserted. Filling means the weft yarn is inserted and the reed beats the last inserted weft into its place, and the slack yarn which is on the other beam yarn, this slack yarn crinkle or buckle to form a puckered stripe. And this mechanism results in bands or stripes of slightly puckered area. Now this puckered effect or the area, this is woven into the fabric, so the pucker cannot be flattened. It remain as it is in the fabric. However, the regular tension yarn which is from the other beam, they form the flat stripe. However, if some yarns which are used in the warp and if given slack tension, they rather than creating the relaxed area, because the yarn may be experiencing more mean lesser tension, so it may result in ripples or the loops. So the tension setting is very much important. According to the choice of the yarn, the tension has to given so that it produce the desired product. Seersucker fabrics are relatively more expensive to produce as the fabrics are woven at slower speed. Now another kind of weave which is very much employed for upholstery fabric and home furnishing, that is woven double weave or double cloth. Now as the name suggests, double, so this double weave or double cloth. Now before it we must understand there is a difference between the double weave and the double cloth. Cloth, here it is a product, and double cloth mean the two set of cloth, double cloth. However, weave refers to the process. So weaving is a process while cloth is a product. So however, I am taking it as a synonym term here. So double weave or double cloth is a kind of woven textile in which two or more set of warps and one or more sets of weft or filling yarn are interconnected to form a two-layered cloth, or vice versa. Vice versa means you may use two or more sets of weft and one set of warp, or you can use two or more set of warp and one set of weft. So the either way you can use to produce the double cloth. And since there is a complexity in the mechanism, so the movement of threads between the layers allow complex patterns and surface textures are created in a different forms. So we can say the double weave or double cloths in generally they are made from three or more sets of yarn, which includes warp and weft threads, and these two sides of the cloth will look different, and obvious these double weave or double cloth are heavier than single cloth. So there are three types of woven double cloth. So these two layers of double cloth may be stitched together or interchanged with each other in different ways. There are a number of ways by means of which these double cloths are produced or stitched together. So here are, in contemporary textile we can categorize it in a three way. The first one, double cloth. second one double weave, and third one double face. So here are the example of each kind of category. In double cloth, the coat fabrics Melton and Kersey. Double weave, which is mainly used for apparel and upholstery fabrics, and matelassé is excellent example of double weave. And for double faced, a blanket cloth, double satin ribbon, lining fabric, and silex cloth are produced. We will learn these product now. Now in first category, as mentioned, it is double cloth. In contemporary textile manufacturing, the term double cloth or true double cloth is sometimes restricted to fabrics with two warps and three weft, made up as two distinct fabric lightly connected by the third or binding weft. What does it mean? It means in this double cloth we are using 5 set of yarn, 2 warps and 3 wefts. These 2 series of warp and 2 series of weft, they are making double cloth, and this third weft which is connecting these two double cloth in a particular way. So but this distinction means in double cloth we have to use 5 set of yarn. This distinction is not always made, means it is not a universal method to classify the woven double cloth that in double cloth 5 set of yarn is to be used. But in contemporary textile manufacturing, let you understand only this, that in double cloth we are using 5 set of yarn. Now here double woven fabric in which 2 warp and 2 weft interlace to form geometric pattern are called double cloth. So what you need to understand again in this double cloth is that there are 5 set of threads, 2 warp, 2 weft. These 2 warp and 2 weft, they are creating double cloth, and the third category of yarn, this is stitching these 2 fabrics. So here it is mentioned again, these are made with 5 set of yarn, 2 fabrics woven one above the other on the same loom, with the 5th yarn interlacing with both clothes. This technique is used to produce velvet, and this double cloth is expensive because special looms you have to employ, where there is a provision to use 2 warp beams and shuttle box mechanism or 2 series of weft threads, and because of the lower productivity these double cloths are expensive. The example as mentioned earlier is Melton and Kersey. Melton is smoother than Kersey, while Kersey is heavier than Melton. And these double clothes are used for winter coats, as a winter coats, overcoats, defense winter uniform, etc. The purpose is to provide the warmth to the wearer. Another kind of category in woven double weave cloth is double weave. Now unlike in double cloth where 5 sets of yarn are used, here this double weave is made with 4 sets of yarn, creating 2 separate layers of fabric. These are constructed with 2 sets of warp yarn and 2 sets of weft yarn that periodically reverse position from top to bottom, thus interlocking the 2 layers of fabric. Now here you see the picture. Here one series of warp and weft. Here is again one series of warp, and this is weft. These are periodically reversing position, and interlocking. So in this way these double weave fabric are produced. So the yarn is interlaced in such a way that these two layers cannot be separated and the face side look different than back side. These double weave fabric are also known as pocket weave, pocket fabric, or sometimes pocket cloth, and these are commonly used in high quality upholstery fabric. This metal assay is an example of the double weave. This is produced with either 3 or 4 set of yarn woven on jacquard or dobby loom, and prominently it is produced with the 4 set of yarn. The 2 of the yarn sets are regular warp and filling yarn. The other are crepe or coarse cotton yarn. So only in one set of yarn here in this metal is we are using crepe or coarse cotton yarn to give it a different effect. So woven together so that the two set of crisscross, just like it shown, this metal assay is produced in a crisscross wise, and this is used in apparel and upholstery. Now the last category in woven double cloth is double faced fabric. This is made with 3 sets of yarn, 2 warp and 1 filling, or 2 set of filling and 1 set of warp. Here the examples are blankets, satin ribbon, interlining, and silas cloth. Blanket with each side a different color are usually double faced fabric. So blanket which seems different or which seems of different color on each sides, they comes in the category of double faced. Satin ribbon is another example which has a lustrous satin face on both sides of the ribbon and used in designer lingerie and evening wear. A double face interlining fabric is also comes in this category, which adds warmth to the winter jacket and coat. Silence cloth is also produced by this method and comes in the category of double faced. It's a heavy cotton fabric that has been napped on both sides. And as for fabricdictionary.com, the silence cloth, it's a cloth put on dining table to protect it and to prevent the clatter of dishes against the table. This silence cloth is usually napped, fairly heavy fabric. The silence cloths are placed beneath the tablecloth and also called the silencer. So this was all about decorative weaves in slack tension weave and woven double cloth or double weave. That's it for today. Thank you.